Guys, welcome in to World War III, the new episode. We've got the gay pride police apparently on Twitter. I don't know if anyone saw this interesting thing happen with the Tampa Bay Rays, who are kind of a very small market baseball team, known, I guess, to be kind of very accepting, progressive, high analytics, things like that. And they had a gay pride night. Could you imagine a team? This is what I was thinking. Could you imagine a team like the New York Yankees in New York having a gay pride night? Well, that's what they had in Tampa Bay, Florida at Tropicana Field, which is one of the worst stadiums in the MLB. TMC Sports, Tampa Bay Rays players refused to wear the gay pride logo on their uniforms this weekend, saying their religious beliefs wouldn't allow it, but also saying, of course, that they accept everyone. Now, originally, when I saw this headline, I thought the Rays had some sort of jerseys that had like a gay pride flag on like the shoulder, and I was like, that seems like it's a little bit too far. I mean, if you're a player and you're asked to wear that, it's not that you have anything against gay people, but I mean, that's a little bit aggressive. Now, turns out when you look at their actual jerseys, it's not the actual gay pride flag. It's just the logo in the gay pride flag colors. Now, obviously, you guys saw the TMZ story. I was just talking about how some of the Rays players said, listen, I'm not wearing that. The colors or whatever. And this person who is, does great investigative work, they come out and they say, so I guess the Rays are making the pride hat a personal choice. And I guess they were, because some of the players refused to wear the gay pride logo and the hat, which is just the gay color in their logo. And then this person goes on, here's what I've got so far. So with the investigation, they were triggered so much that some of these players did not want to wear gay pride flags, so they had to make a list. And as you can see, they've got the notes app. It says wearing versus not wearing. Some of the players not wearing the gay pride stuff. They've got a full list, and then it says Mike Zunino, no patch. So I don't know what that means, but you guys can see. I just thought that was a little bit ridiculous. And then here's a tweet from the Tampa Bay Times. In an effort to make their commitment to the LGBTQ ABCD plus community more visible, the Rays added rainbow-colored logos to their Pride Night caps and uniforms, but not all players wanted to be included. And that person, again, they're so mad. These people that aren't doing this, they're going to hell. Well, I guess they can't go to hell. Everyone that is obsessed with this gay stuff, they're all atheists, of course. They believe in science. God can't exist, of course. So I don't know where they'd go, but I just thought it was funny. These people, I mean, guys, do we have something better to do with our time? I guess this kid's probably 16. Their pronouns are probably whatever. Who knows, dude, with these kids. I feel like a lot of these 16 to 17-year-old kids that you see on Twitter that have like they, them pronouns and whatever, like 5 years from now when they're 22 and 23, they're going to look back and they're going to say, what the fuck was I thinking? Because we haven't seen this. You go on these profiles with like a 16-year-old kid, he's got a gay pride flag. Again, there's nothing against gay people, but it's just funny to see these kids who are probably just straight males, but they feel obligated because they've got this like weird white guilt to appeal to all these different types of people. And, they have they, them. And like by the time they actually gain some sort of perspective and they're older, they're going to be like, what the fuck was I doing? So I just thought that was funny. Moving on, I love visual representations, and this is a great representation of how China and the United States are so far and away the only two superpowers in the world at this current point. You can see the world's GDP split up into quadrants, and there's two major forces, the United States and China, with the United States being a little bit bigger than China in terms of overall GDP, but China growing at a more rapid rate than the United States. But the New York Times told me Russia was the biggest threat to the United. That's what the New York. That's why articles about Russia being the biggest threat, things like that. And when Russia invaded Ukraine, everyone's like, no. Everyone's like, oh, it's so terrible, and it was terrible. But China's on another level, and this is a great visual representation. I mean, where is Russia? You'd have to really look, and apparently, Russia is on the bottom right side, kind of like if you go like the eastern, maybe the southeastern side, you can see Russia. They're a little quadrant. Germany has a bigger GDP. France has a bigger GDP. Russia's GDP is very comparable to the UK and to Italy. Now I understand that people are concerned with the leadership in Russia and things like that, but the United States' number one concern when it comes to global overall powers this is just a perfect visual graph. It's in clear as day. It's clear as day. It's China, and it's not even close, and that's also why it's funny to hear people get really concerned about North Korea. Listen, if you're one of those people that's really worried about North Korea, I understand being worried about Russia. Because it's like you're worried about any sort of radical, crazy leadership, but North Korea can't even launch nukes properly. Knock on wood, obviously they don't get the technology. Due to how their government is set up, it basically stifles innovation. So another tweet here, this is really funny. The moderators of the Chicago subreddit opt to ban posts about crime because they became beacons for fascist trolls from all over. It says, we got exhausted with the crime posts at our Chicago, and recently the mods ended up banning them. The ban might be a bit heavy-handed, but the alternative was worse. So basically, we know how liberal Reddit is, and these people, obviously, they don't like the fact that many heavy liberal policies seem to spike crime rates in heavy liberal cities. And I guess people were trolling them by posting crazy crime rates. We know how many people get shot in Chicago every single week, and they just got so sick of it that they have banned posts. The crime has gotten so bad in Chicago, and apparently the trolling on this Reddit page has gotten so bad that they are banning all posts that have to do with crime. Yes, that's going to solve the situation in Chicago. Let's just ban the posts. That's how we solve the issue, right? And then, of course, you've got the whole thing. And this is something I wanted to talk about for a little while, but it's just the idea that the idea in America, we currently have cities that are allowing people to go steal, whatever it is, $900, $1,000 worth of items without being arrested. And then, of course, they try and have the 300 IQ and say, well, those people need it anyways. They need it really bad. They're desperate. Do you not realize that is only you allowing citizens to steal goods for nothing is only going to make the situation worse, because those people that are stealing stuff, they're not investing that money into cryptocurrency or the stock market or trying to get an apartment. They're going to buy meth, or they're going to buy meth to deal meth to more people, to only make it worse. That's what 99% of the people doing. Or they'll just resell it on Amazon. There'll be literally people that are doing fine in life. I've seen it multiple times where they systematically go into these stores with masks on, of course. Now, they don't wear masks because of the pandemic. They wear masks to hide their faces, but it's a great excuse. They'll go into these stores and they'll find stuff, they'll look for stuff that's easy to resell on Amazon. And these people, they're like, we have 1,000 IQ. You should be able to steal $900 worth of things because it's a greedy capitalist government and they must really need it. If they have to steal it, they really need it. They really, really, really need it. You're making the situation worse. These people's lives are getting worse by being enabled to steal goods from stores. But they think you're solving everything. Yes, you're solving everything. And it's gotten so bad, these policies, and it's gotten so bad, the crime, the overall, gun violence in Chicago, that this account is saying, listen, I mean, I guess there's trolls on there and stuff, and it's just an alt-left account, whatever. It is interesting. Here's a tweet. The same Democrats who think 18-year-olds can serve in the military but are too immature to buy guns also want 16-year-olds to vote and 6-year-olds to be able to identify as the opposite gender. So the reason I brought this tweet up, or I screenshotted this tweet, it really got me thinking on Democrat versus Republican voter rights, what they think of voter rights. And you have Democrats who want the voting age to be pushed down to 16. Now, why do Democrats want the voting age to be moved down to 16? Well, if you allow 16 and 17-year-olds to vote, I would say 60 to 70 at least percent of them would be voting Democrat. It's the same reason Republicans want there to be, if you want to vote, you have to have an ID. Democrats want there to be no ID, because generally the people going to the voting booths that don't have IDs will vote Democrat. People going to the voting booths that do have the IDs will vote Republican. So obviously Republicans are going to say you have to have your ID, and Democrats are going to say no, you shouldn't have to. It's the same thing. Move the voting age down to 16. Yes, they deserve to vote. No, it's just you want more Democratic voters, and Republicans want to keep the voting age. They probably want to raise it to 21. Because they want to raise it to 21 because the 18, 19, and 20-year-olds are all voting Democrat. It's just so backwards. These political parties, they don't care about the overall health of a democracy. They just want more votes. Any way to get more votes. You don't have to have a voter ID, because the people that are going to polls that are gonna, that don't have voter IDs mainly will vote Democrat. They do not care about democracy. They care about winning. They care about their side getting more votes than the other side. It's why this two-party system is so cancerous in this country. And this woman just saying that Democrats want 16-year-olds to vote and things like that. It just got me thinking. And obviously, listen, this is obviously, a negative, Democrat tweet, but Republicans are extreme hypocrites too. They're both parties are such hypocrites. It's ridiculous at this point. We've also got this, Taylor Lorenz has locked down her Twitter accounts. This woman, I remember this woman trying to dox the Libs of TikTok account. What a horrible person this is. After days of insults personally directed at myself and other creators covering the Johnny Depp trial, Lorenz and the Washington... How is this woman still employed? She's still employed at the Washington Post. Lorenz and the Washington Post owe everyone an apology. And then the next tweet says, the Washington Post and Taylor Lorenz attacked our brands, our businesses. That's what our channels are, our ability to earn, to feed our kids. They tried to cancel us. Why? We agreed with a jury on Johnny Depp and refused to be silent about male domestic abuse survivors. So I'm not understanding what's going on here exactly. It looks like this person was trying to cover the Johnny Depp trial, and he was, he obviously won and stuff, and many people watching the trial agreed. And for some reason, Taylor Lorenz, and we've seen this with other liberal people where they're mad at this trial. They're mad that Johnny Depp won when the court of public opinion and obviously the jury was on Johnny Depp's side in this case. Now, I don't know if they think... I'm not sure what is going on here, why these people cannot accept this result, and why they're all trying to make it political. But there was a tweet, the last episode I did, where someone was like rabidly trying to be like, oh my God, white males are, because Johnny Depp won the trial, trying to equate it to, far right white males, and this is a win for them. Like, what? These people have to get off of Twitter for 2 seconds and live. I don't understand what the dynamic with a lot of these people getting angry that Johnny Depp won when really everyone knew he was going to win from the beginning. I mean, it was a ridiculous trial. Everyone thought he was going to win, but apparently Taylor Lorenz... Again, I'm not sure how she is a really bad person, just really horrible with what she did to that Libs of TikTok account, trying to dox them, give up their address. What a horrible human being. It's really pathetic, and it's like the least the Washington Post can do is fire her. If I was the Washington Post, I'd be like, yeah, you're fired. You are completely crossing the line here. We understand you're this alt-left, hero, whatever, wear a fucking pink hat or whatever. You can't be doing this. This is ridiculous. And if you're going to work at a major publication, there has to be a level of accountability. And I'm shocked when I saw that woman. So you see that woman still employed. What a horrible person that is. Really bad, and it's sad. I would recommend therapy. I would say maybe take a few weeks off of Twitter. But again, she'll probably think that, alt-right males are going to like overrun the entire country. And I'm sure, January 6th, worse than 9/11. January 6th is like the worst thing to happen in history, right? Like, my God, I hate white people so much. But this is another thing I quickly wanted to look at. So this is something with cryptocurrency that you will find a lot, and it's really, if you could say when you go on social media, what is the one thing that could truly make it a bad user experience to where we know how addicting social media is, what is the one thing that would make you want to stop using social media or use it less? It's this. So on Instagram, they show this picture, Web 2.0, to Web 3.0, and it's Google Chrome to Brave, browser. I've used Brave a few times, it's whatever, but, they're just trying to show maybe the future of cryptocurrency, and you look at the comments, and they're all just complete bots that shill. Now, when it comes to crypto, I have a huge history with crypto. I was in it back in 2017, 2018. I'm looking to get back in it right now. I'm waiting for the right moment, and it's going to be real fun. But even when I used to upload cryptocurrency videos, you would get, like right when you upload a crypto video, 4 or 5 comments within 30 seconds because your video has cryptocurrency in the title or cryptocurrency in the tags. You will get bot accounts shilling. And you could find like messages and messages of just complete bot accounts. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube comments, they are everywhere, and it is a horrible experience. If there is a new person that's trying to get into cryptocurrency, please do not read any comments or anything like that. There are so many people that will try and scam you, and the thing with cryptocurrency, it's all anonymous, which makes scamming so easy. That's the one thing that hurts cryptocurrency's growth, is the ability to scam other people out of your crypto. So just really, I was just looking at different tweets that showed up on my feed or whatever, and it's like you look at the comments, and it brought me back to when I would used to upload videos, and the first 5 comments would all be like, oh, this person helped me trade, go follow them, or this is just complete bot accounts trying to get you to do something. It's terrible, and it's a horrible user experience, and it's now infested all over Instagram as well, and you can block as many accounts on YouTube and things, but there's just more. There is an infinite amount of them because of the bot scripts that they run and things like that. So I thought that was just something to keep in mind as we move forward. And we're going to end it on this one. Keep in mind, this article is from 2020. So it says, conservatives predict gas prices will spike under Biden. Experts say those fears are overblown. Isn't that just amazing? Yeah, apparently gas, the reports out of California, $8 per gallon in California. Here in Ohio, it's like $4.59, I think. And it's interesting with gas. You keep thinking it can't keep going up. Well, it's like 3 weeks ago, I would drive by and it was $4.19. A few weeks ago, I would drive by, you'd look at the little gas thing, it'd be $4.29. Now it's like $4.59. It just will not stop going up. Now, I'm sure they'll say, we didn't know about, the war in Ukraine and things like that, and that certainly has an effect on it, but people have to understand they were going to hijack it and try and turn it into that talking point the second the war with Russia and Ukraine got started. But the gas was going out of control before the war started. It was really high in, in early February before that was happening. It's almost like giving up, energy and not allowing your country to independently produce energy, especially being the world's biggest superpower. That could be a little bit of an issue. But no, guys, we're good Samaritans. We don't want to pollute the atmosphere, so we're not going to pump our own gas. We're going to rely on Middle Eastern countries to get all of our gas and to get our energy. That's real smart. Oh, yeah. That's amazing. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Just some real interesting stuff with... But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter, Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.